We are glad that you're tuned in to KTN. This is The Entrepreneur. My name is Paul K. Mwaura. Most people own a phone, an iPad, or even a laptop. These are equipment that can easily crash, malfunction, or even break. Our first guest tonight has taken advantage of that situation and opened an authorized repair center. We are here to meet him so that we can learn more from him.
With the rise of the global village, everyone wants to be part of it and interact with various people around the world. This has led to the acquisition of gadgets and electronics to stay in touch, not forgetting mobile phones that are now smarter than before. And with the use of such sensitive gadgets, breakages and other anomalies are inevitable. Meet Bolton Majale, who is committed to phone repair services. A close ally tells me that he even used to repair phones in high school. He managed to study electronics after high school, paving way to employment by some mobile-making giants here before finally seizing an opportunity.
From employment, what triggered you to push you to start your own company?
Service center give much attention to warrant phones that are on warrant. I was seeing so many phones being not handled because the warranty is not within our region. Secondly, physical damage phones, liquid damage phones, they are not given much handle because those are the rules. Any phone with the liquid, physical, or the warranty is not within here, you don't give it much attention. You have to sort it yourself. So I decided, what if I go on my own and handle these kind of phones? Apart from that, I met one of my uncle, partner in business. As we were working, I told him I'm working with Samsung. But he challenged me, he told me that think big also. Think big, if you can go on your own, try to do that. And so that one encouraged me so much. And from that moment, I decided to come out and start my own business, though it has been a journey. It is not easy.
Knowing that most people own touch-screen phones, he was bold enough to make it his business and provide a solution with the team he leads.
Maybe if you can categorize your services, what exactly do you do? What kind of electronics do you repair?
My major is I handle smartphone. 80% the phone I handle are smartphones, the laptops and cameras. I do software, I do hardware, and I have 5 technicians. Even including me, also I'm a technician because on a daily basis, I involve myself so much in the workshop than sitting in the office, because I enjoy also doing my best thing that I can ever do, repairing these gadgets. So I spend much time sharing ideas, because the things that you cannot work on your own, you have to consult.
With his interest having grown early enough, it was time to actualize it by learning from the best.
So whatever work you're doing here as a technician, is it something that you went to school for?
Yeah. After high school, I did some training in electronics, and I get much interested in doing that because I'll stand out to make sure that I learn new things I learned 4 years ago. I have ensured that I improve on daily basis. I do so much research on the internet to stand out, make sure that current problems that are affecting people on gadgets, I'll be able to handle them.
Talk of ways to brand your name out there for the growth of your business, and this entrepreneur knows very well what to do.
The client I get most, I do my own marketing by going to the dealers, because I know those are shops that handle phones, and not only clients that go there, that the one who sold the phones, because if there's a shop in suburbs, either you deal with the phones or laptops or cameras, will inquire from you. So I've given out my cards all over the dealers, who refer customer to me, and what I've ensured that trust, efficiency, and honesty.
Bolton wants to take his skills and services out there and cover the country.
I'm planning to set up a training that I can train young people. Some of them can end up having their own places, because I was planning to also set up a repair center all over 47 counties, also to partner with the government and the other training universities and colleges, so that we can push for it, because there is a need, there's a demand, a huge demand, because there's some town you have to travel just to repair a phone, a laptop, a camera, you have to come to Nairobi.
The very soft-spoken Bolton wants the young people to be bold and venture into the unknown.
My advice to young people is don't wait for the government to provide a job. If you have any expertise in yourself that you know can do, start anything, because nothing is impossible. Though to start a business is a challenge, because as I told you before, the first 6 months, if you're not strong enough, you give up. Even up to date, you still get challenges. You see things not going good, think otherwise, but you know, have so many people that have made in business, so you have to also to encourage us, look around and get encouraged.
Boltech Limited is also eyeing future programs that are on demand even as far as across the borders.
Every worthwhile accomplishment, big or small, has its stages of drudgery and triumph, a beginning, a struggle, and a victory. Mahatma Gandhi, political and spiritual leader.
There you have it from Mr. Bolton. And I believe if you find any problem anywhere, wherever you are, you can create a niche. We're going for a short commercial break, and when we return, we have another guest for you who will explain to us about entrepreneurship. So do not go away. In the meantime, you can still write to us on our social media pages that are on your screen right now, Facebook, Twitter, or even our email address that are on your screen right now. So see you shortly. Do not go away. Welcome back to the show, and if you're joining us, we're in the second segment of The Entrepreneur tonight. We always tell you that we're bringing you inspiring stories. Our next guest started as a cleaner, learned on the job, was employed, but decided he's not going to stay there. He's going to start his own company. Now, this man has a story to tell us, so join me as we talk more with him.
Marketing or branding is a trend that has been there for a long time, dating back to the early 1900s when we had the first newspaper in the region. Companies all over want to brand themselves, advertise, make their presence felt, and they will do so by using visual materials like flyers, posters, banners, billboards, t-shirts, you name them. There will always emerge a person that is bold enough to stand out of the crowd and be recognized. One such person is our guest tonight. He is the founder of Magenta Card Printing Company. Martin Olot began as a subordinate while working at his first job, and through mentorship, he sprang out to join the printing gurus.
I was just working there as a cleaner, but they were doing graphic design and a lot of printing. Actually, I appreciate that boss because as I was sweeping and cleaning the house, he was trying to introduce me in the design. And I got interested when I went back to the college for it. Immediately I cleared the college, I came out and I was a very sharp guy because I had now where to go to do the graphics. And then that is the place I got employed from that place. When I started employment, I was working with my boss's brother. Actually, if you could see me with my boss, you couldn't believe we were like brothers. Everybody was complaining, this guy is employing his brother. And I was telling them, no, maybe you are looking alike, but I'm not the brother. After we were working, I was gaining skills and I was getting some of the clients and I was understanding what business is about because he left me operating myself.
They say a stitch in time saves 9. Having saved some money intended for a rainy day, it ended up bringing a rain of fortunes despite moments of sacrifice, talk of good timings.
Actually, I didn't save this money to start the business because I was leaving a job and I'm married actually. My wife had just gotten the child. It was 4 months old. And everybody was telling me, now you're quitting job and you know your wife has just given birth. You're going to have a lot of problems. So I decided to keep some money for any emergency in case the child is having a problem or I have a problem with the house paying rent and all those things. But when I realized that I can't keep this money, I need to use it to get money, more money. So I took the money and bought the desktop.
How much money was it?
It was just 50,000. It was only 50,000 shillings. And this money I was keeping it. I didn't want even to use a single cent. That made me hustle so much. Sometimes you walk to town because you were trying to save. But through prayers and using this money, the desktop, I found a place. A guy who just gave me a small place to start.
At Magenta Card Printing Company, they know what printing needs are out there and exactly know how to handle them.
So when the client comes, he will come with the idea, but you have to expand this idea and give him more ideas. But you have to do that thing practically when he's seeing. So we do the design and then he approves. Then this thing goes to the production. So the production, I was telling you I work with machine because the machine is doing the all production. Like the large format machine is doing the banners, the billboards and all those things. We have a digital machine which is doing business card posters and a lot of printings, but in a small quantity, though it's very quality. Now we have the offset machine, a 2-color offset machine. It's a GTO. This one does now the bulk job. After the design, it goes to the production direct. We do also photo printing, the ID card, the plastic. We have a Zebra printer, which is best actually. In Kenya, they are giving it a good number. Some guys can come and they want t-shirts like instant. There's a funeral and you need t-shirts in like 30 minutes. That is what I was using for that one. We brand even caps and caps. We brand even the plate and the glasses and a lot of things.
Once you get mentorship, like Martin did from his former employer, you understand the ladder steps well and you end up being a mentor yourself and showing others the steps to success. But he also leans on experienced hands for advice.
I have 5 employees, but I have some guys, I always call them, even they are my advisors. But when I'm here, I always call them as my fathers. These guys have used this machine since '83. So they understand the machine like the offset machine. So when they came in, they were like understanding everything and they also understand me. As they see me, sometimes I can mess because I can't say I'm perfect because I'm still young, but they always put me on the track. And I always respect them and follow what they tell me. They also see me when I'm very focused. That's why we enjoy working together.
With his research, he knows raw materials are readily available, apart from some that need to be outsourced.
We have the industrial area is producing a lot of t-shirts and they are doing papers. So you just go with the specific paper you need, you get from them, you just come and print. You go and get ready-made t-shirts, you come and print. Like the same with the caps and the caps and all those things. Some of them, like there's some of them I have to import from outside because you can't get them locally.
This jovial young man knows very well how to up his game, how to spread his name in the business he does, and in treating well his clientele. Martin Olo targets the big and small, who bring him an average of between 300,000 to 500,000 in a good week.
In this part of town, River Road, Kirinyaga Road, it is well known that there are a lot of printers and all that. So how do you out-edge your competitors?
When you handle clients nicely, when you serve them nice, they have to tell other people that if you need this thing, because I work with time, I work with quality and the trust. Especially at our street, River Road, everybody is being associated with bad things. But I think I've broken the record.
Challenges will always come, especially in entrepreneurship. But what do you do about them?
Immediately I started this one, I got a lot of challenges. There's a lot of thorns which are there, including your friends, including some of your relatives. They're fighting you up and down. And then you also go through a lot because you're paying the bills. So it reached a time I was like negative. I was doing everything with loan, even eating loan in the house. So, and I was about to give up. Now the question was, after giving up, where am I going to? I had to press on.
You left employment, quit actually. Then now you started your own business. Were there times that you felt like quitting? And if there were those times, what did you do so that you don't quit?
I can remember when I started, where I got there in entrepreneurship. I just started when I was still in school, secondary. And what I went through made me to know what business is. Because when I was in school, as I told you, I'm coming from a humble family. So when I was in school, you guys are coming from town, they're coming with shopping, all those things. Me, I was coming with nothing. And I couldn't blame my parents or my background because God placed you somewhere with a purpose. So I decided to head this machine for shaving, the manual one. So I was shaving all students plus teachers, including my head teacher. Now I was getting money, I could even do the shopping. When people are going back home is when I go back home with shopping. So my parents were asking me, instead of giving you money, you go to school. You are coming with the show. I buy sugar, I buy unga, I buy everything. And I remain with some money which is going to help me to do the shopping for going back. So through that perseverance, I knew I couldn't fall now when I'm in this position.
While giving a piece of advice to the youth, Martin goes spiritual and even quotes the Bible. His desire is to see the youth empowered and sure would love to work with them.
It's about being focused and it's about to know God. What you do when you always know God, like Solomon did not ask for money. Solomon did not even ask for women he married. Solomon asked for only one thing, which was wisdom. And because he was communicating to God direct, when he asked wisdom, wisdom brought all these things. But it came through prayers. It came through prayers. And then you have to persevere. Whether you're going through a lot of stress and pressure, those things are making you to be what you are. Because I can say without challenges, I could not expand. The more you are being hit, you expand. Hit, you expand.
What are the future plans of your company?
My future plans, I want the company to operate worldwide. Actually, I started when I was very local. I didn't want to go beyond River Road. I didn't want even to go uptown. But when I was climbing one by one, I realized I could operate in the whole Nairobi. Now that one made me to work more. So Magenta Card is operating whole country now. And I'm even passing the border because some of the jobs I do in Uganda and Tanzania.
From our two guests tonight, I told you we bring you inspiring stories. And these two guys were working before, were employed before, but they moved on and soldiered on and decided they can start their own businesses. You who is seated at home, get to do something. There's nothing you cannot do when you really are determined to do it. And that's all we have for you this week. Until next week, same time, same channel. Keep it locked. The Entrepreneur on KTN. In the meantime, kindly engage us on our social media pages that are on your screen right now. Facebook, it is KTN The Entrepreneur. Twitter, it is KTN Entrepreneur. Our email address is entrepreneur@standardmedia.co.ke. There is also an SMS number on your screen. From the team and I have been your presenter, Paul K. Mwaura. It is good night, God bless you, and see you next time.